Hey, here we are for a regional playoff at Pittsville Field, Mike Jankowski Field in beautiful Pittsville. Great site for a game, and it's a great day for a game. Today, the Pittsville Panthers, the number 1 seed in the regional, are playing the Pepin Alma Eagles. Pepin Alma is the number 9 seed. Last week, starting tournament play last Thursday, Pepin Alma traveled to Independence Gilmington and came away with a pretty easy 14-1 win over Independence, which brings them here today. Last year, Pepin Alma Eagles were 10-10. This year, they're 6-11 overall, 5-9 in conference. Pepin Alma plays in the Dairyland Small School Conference, and they finished 4th this year in their conference. Their coach this year is Tim Ruff. Tim's in his 7th year as a head coach, 8th year overall, and he comes in today with a record of 80 wins and 79 losses. The umpires for today's game are A.J. Liegman out in the field, and Ryan Hartle will be behind the plate. For the Panthers today, they are, as I said, the number 1 seed. They tied for conference championship with Pacelli in the Central Wisconsin Conference. They're bringing in today a 19-6 record into today's game. Their coach is Justin Rayburn, who's also in his 7th year as the Pittsville head coach, 8th year overall. He comes in with a record of 147-54. His assistants are Lee Garrels in his 29th year, Dave Radaman in his 18th year, Jordan Rayburn in his 9th year, Casey Crone, 7th year, Sam Schwannebeck in his 10th season as an assistant coach, and Brett Radaman, the newcomers, in his 2nd year as a coach. Pepin Alma will be the visitors. They will be up to bat first today. Leading it off for Pepin Alma will be Reedon Boxell. Reedon missed all of last year with a knee injury that he suffered during the football season. That injury cost him the entire baseball season last year, and he's just coming back. Well, he's been back this season and is playing very well at shortstop for Pepin Alma. The number 2 hitter for Pepin Alma Eagles is Blake Carlson, the second baseman. The catcher, Jake Commissar, will be batting 3rd. Pitcher, Mason Westberg, is batting 4th for Pepin Alma. Will Jumback, the 3rd baseman, will be batting 5th. The 6th batter in Pepin's lineup is Max Carruthers, the first baseman. Designated hitter for Pepin is Garrett Kraus, and Garrett is designated hitting for his twin brother Eli, who's playing out in right field today. Number 8 hitter in Pepin Alma's lineup is Anders Johansson, and the number 9 hitter for Pepin, playing second base, is Dylan Roundy. So, as I said, Pepin Alma's the number 9 seed in this tournament. They're playing the number 1 seed, Pittsville. The winner of this game will be playing tomorrow night against Marshfield Columbus. Marshfield Columbus in this tournament is a 5th seed. They beat Brookwood. They traveled to Brookwood and defeated Brookwood by a score of 3-2. So the winner plays Marshfield Columbus. Should Pittsville win this game, it will be a game here at Mike Jankowski Field tomorrow night. Should Pepin Alma win, the game will be played in Marshfield. So that's the lineup for there. For Pittsville, their lineup's going to be shortstop Logan Zickert will lead it off. Center fielder Dawson Luther batting 2nd. Grant Radaman's playing 3rd, batting 3rd. Ben Friday today will be the starting pitcher for the Panthers. So Ben Friday, left-hander's on the mound. Pitching, batting 4th. Darren Luther at first will be batting 5th. Batting 6th is Brody Withers. Brody today is playing out in left field. Cash Osterman's batting 7th at second base. Designated hitter for today's game is Corbin Lee. Corbin will be DHing for Racing Schooley out in right field. And batting number 9 for the Panthers today is the catcher, Jamison Krieger. So this game will be getting started quite shortly. We'll now be having the national anthem. Okay, for Pepin Alma, leading it off today is Reedon Boxell. Reedon's a senior, and he's playing shortstop today for Pepin Alma. Batting second in the lineup today for them will be Blake Carlson, and Jake Commissar will be batting third here in the first inning for the Pepin Alma Eagles. Pepin Alma's very pleased to be here today in that they were taking on Independence Gilmington, who traditionally has had a very good team. Pepin really surprised them and beat them quite handily last week Thursday. For Pittsville, this is their first game here in regional play. They received a first-round bye, and so they're up now today as we get ready for the game. Just a reminder that Chastain Hesley Insurance Agency is your full-service agency in Pittsville, offering auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance from a variety of companies that includes Progressive. Whatever you need to protect, let them provide you with a free quote. Good luck, Panthers, from Chastain Hesley Insurance Agency, serving all of central Wisconsin with offices in Pittsville and Loyal. Hey, just a reminder that the starting lineup today is brought to you by Associated Bank, where in every market they serve, Associated Bank is committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. That's Associated Bank bringing you the starting lineup for the Pepin Alma Eagles. And number 21, Reedon Boxell's leading it off for Pepin Alma. Panther defense is set for this game. First pitch is hit to third. Nice play right there by Grant Radaman. Slight little bobble, but he gets it over to Darren Luther, and it's one down here in the first. Nice throw by Grant Radaman to first. And that records the first out of the game. Blake Carlson hits it to Logan Zickert. Logan comes up firing to first to Darren Luther. And quickly, 2 pitches, 2 down. 2 outs. Jake Commissar, number 30, the catcher, is now the batter. First 2 guys have hit Ben Friday, but quite harmlessly. And his first pitch is just a little low, ball one. Jake Komisar is one of the few returners in the lineup for Pepin. They had a very senior-dominated lineup last year, and that pitch is outside for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to Jake. Fouls that one back behind us. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike on the batter. Very large crowd here today for Pittsville's first regional game. One of the bigger crowds we've seen this year. Fouls that one down the third base line. Levels out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It is a nice warm day for a game today. Probably the nicest weather we've had this year. Ben throws that changeup. It's popped up high to second base. Cash Osterman, can of corn, pulls it down and in, and that's going to retire Pepin Allman here in the bottom or top of the first. For Pepin Allman, 3 up, 3 down. Panthers coming to bat. Just a reminder, Pittsville Panther Baseball is brought to you on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Hey, here comes the Panther lineup, which is brought to you also by Associated Bank. Associated Bank in beautiful downtown Pittsville, where in every market they serve, they're committed to uplifting those they serve. Batting first for the Panthers is going to be Logan Zickert, the shortstop. He'll be followed by the center fielder Dawson Luther, and batting third for the Panthers, Grant Radaman. For Pepin Alma, Mason Westberg's on the mound, right-handed pitcher. One of the few returners to the lineup this year for Pepin Allman from last year's team. They return only 5% of their pitchers. So not a lot of returners in this lineup for Pepin Allman. But Mason Westberg is one of the few returners that they do have. Left-hander Logan Zickert's up to bat. Logan's been hitting very well of late. Fastball on that first pitch, fouled back. No balls and a strike to the Panther leadoff hitter. For Pepin Allman, Jake Komisar is the catcher giving the signals. That pitch is a little low, levels out the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Dawson Luther waiting on deck to bat. Breaking pitch there, a little high. 2 balls and a strike. The right side of the Pepin Alma Eagles infield is playing back to the grass. And that one is thrown right past Logan Zickert. Swing and a miss. Bat slips out of his hand. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Little low. Going to make it a full count on Logan. The Pepin defense is set in the outfield at about medium depth. Logan does have a fair amount of power, though, if he gets a hold of it. Yes. That one is hit out to center. And Anders Johansson makes a nice catch out there. 1 down for the Panthers here in the first inning. As Logan Zickert flies out to Anders Johansson. And up to bat now is lefty Dawson Luther, the Panthers center fielder. Dawson's a leading hitter this year on the Panther squad. He's also their career leader as a junior in hits. A couple weeks ago, he passed the third base head coach, Justin Rayburn, for that honor. That one's outside for a strike, levels the count at a ball and a strike on Dawson. Sophomore Grant Radaman waiting in the on-deck circle to bat. Pitch catches the inside corner, makes it a ball and 2 strikes on Dawson. Mason Westberg toes the rubber again, and that one is hit to left field. It is going to fall for Dawson. High fly ball, but it kind of angled towards the third baseline. The left fielder, Dylan Roundy, had a hard time coming in for it, and the shortstop, Reedon Boxell, didn't have a chance. It falls for a base hit. Brings up Grant Radaman, the third baseman, to bat with a runner on first. Dawson Luther takes a big lead. And that first pitch is high. Fastball a little high, ball 1. Dawson Luther will probably be going here one of these pitches, just seeing how big a lead he can get. There's a long fly ball at the center. Nice catch made out there by Anders Johansson. Good running catch. Dawson Luther has to scramble to get back to first. 2 down here in the Panther first inning. And left-hander Ben Friday, the pitcher, is now up to bat. As you can tell, the Panthers have a lot of left-handed hitters in their lineup. Mason Westberg's trying to keep Dawson Luther as close as he can to first. There goes Dawson. Jake Komazar makes a nice throw down to Blake Carlson, but Dawson Luther beats it out. Stolen base, puts a runner in scoring position for the Panthers. That pitch to Ben Friday was a ball. That one's in there. Ben fouls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike on the senior left-handed hitter. Darren Luther waiting on deck, the first baseman, to bat. Pitch is just a little low. 2 balls and a strike. Dawson Luther out there at second, taking as big a lead as he can get. And that one is fouled back out of play over the third base side, but quite a ways back. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ben. Ben's one of the top 3 pitchers in the Panther lineup today on the mound here in this playoff game. That pitch is just outside. Makes it a full count on Ben. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Panthers have a pretty good pitching rotation with Ben draws a walk. Pretty good pitching rotation with Ben Friday, Logan Zickert, and Dawson Luther, all able to take the mound and start. Up to bat now is Darren Luther, the first baseman. Another left-hander in the Panther lineup. He fouls the first pitch back. No balls and a strike. Dawson Luther out at second is Darren's cousin. Both Dawson and Ben Friday at first are taking pretty good leads. Darren looks in at the pitcher. Inside pitch. Levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Darren. Brody Withers, The left fielder's waiting on deck to bat with 2 outs. Ball 2 makes it 2 balls and a strike. There are 2 down here in the first for the Panthers. So they are going to need a base hit here to score a run. That pitch is outside. 3 balls and a strike on Darren. The Panther base runners will be holding though here. High fly ball out to short. Boxell camps under it, makes the catch and retires the side. Here in the first for the Panthers, they failed to score. After 1 full inning of play, Pittsville Panthers 0, Pepin, Alma Eagles 0. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Hey, food and fun are the features at Horsin' Around in downtown Pittsville. Stop in for the daily food specials like $3 burgers on Tuesday and their fabulous Friday fish fry. There's great food and fun at Horsin' Around, downtown Pittsville. Check them out on Facebook. Pittsville Farm and Home Center has everything you need, from hydraulic hoses to red roses. They make customized hydraulic hoses and have a fresh flower shop and garden center. They are also your Milwaukee tool dealer. Pittsville Farm and Home Center. Here in the second, for Pepin Almond Eagles, it is going to be Mason Westberg, the pitcher, up to bat first. Mason's hitting number 4 in the Eagles lineup. Will Jumbeck will bat in the 5th spot, and the third batter up for this inning will be the first baseman, Max Carruthers. And Ben Friday's first pitch in there on the outside corner for a strike. Ben doesn't waste a lot of time on the mound. Little change of pace outside, levels up the count at a ball and a strike on Mason Westberg. Breaking pitch, little high. 2 balls and a strike on Mason. Will Jumbeck waiting on deck to bat. And that one is swung and missed. Levels out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Mason. That one's fouled off. It bounces off the mask of Jamison Krieger behind home plate. Jamison shakes his head a little bit, and he's ready to go again. Count remains 2-2 on the batter. First batter up here in the second. Change-up's a little low, going to make it a full count on Mason Westberg. Ben Friday's going to take his time here before delivering this big payoff pitch. That is in there and across. Catches Mason Westberg flat-footed. First strikeout of the game for Ben Friday. 1 down for the Pepin Almond Eagles. And Will Jumbeck's up to bat. First pitch is inside. Ball 1 on the batter. Just a beautiful day for baseball here in Pittsville today. Ben Friday's next pitch, outside, ball 2. The can remember wearing a snowmobile suit when the season started to announce baseball. This is much better. That one's a cross, swung and a missed. 2 balls and a strike.
Short sleeve shirts.
That one's hit. Pitcher comes up and fields it. Makes a throw to first. Gets the runner. Good quick play by Ben Friday, jumping off that mound to get that slow roller down third base line. 2 down here in the second. It's going to bring Max Carruthers, the first baseman, up to bat. That one is hit to third. Base hit past the third baseman. Max Carruthers gets the Pepin Alma first base hit of the game, wrapping a sharp single past third base. And the designated hitter, Garrett Krause, now batting for his twin brother Eli. Garrett's batting 7th in the Pepin Alma lineup. Ben Friday's first pitch is outside, ball 1. Max Carruthers over at first takes a pretty nice lead over there. Ben Friday, though, he bats left-handed, he pitches right-handed. So a little bit of an oddity there in the Panther lineup. And 2 balls, no strikes on the batter. That one's outside. 3 balls, no strikes. So with 2 down here in the second inning, Pepin Alma is trying to get a little bit of a rally going. Batter will be taken all the way on this one. And Ben delivers it right across the plate for a strike. 3 balls and a strike on Garrett Krause. And Garrett hits that one to short. Logan Zickert comes up with it. High throw. Nice play over there at first by Darren Luther. Jumps up, makes the catch. Puts the tag on Garrett as he's coming down the line. And that retires Pepin here in inning number 2. After an inning and a half, there's no score in the game. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's 2 great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
Hey, Gardner Trucking, Badger State Food Processing, and Gardner Cold Storage is proud to be a part of the Pittsville community. Their team of employees work hard every day to get the job done, just like the Pittsville Panthers. Good luck, Panthers, from Gardner Trucking, Badger State Food Processing, and Gardner Cold Storage of Pittsville. Tabby's Blue Bayou backs the Pittsville Panthers. Stop in for some snacks and a cold beverage after the game or anytime. Pizza, pretzels, nachos, and other snacks await you at Tabby's Blue Bayou in Pittsville, or order for delivery with DoorDash. For the Panthers, here in the second inning, the number 6 hitter in the lineup, Brody Withers, out in left field, will be batting for Pittsville. He'll be followed by Cash Osterman, the second baseman. And batting third this inning will be Corbin Lee, the designated hitter. First pitch from Mason Westberg is a ball delivered out there to Brody Withers. Looks down, gets a sign from Justin Rayburn. And fouls that one back. 1 ball, 1 strike on the junior left fielder. Umpire cleans off the plate. Now even I can see it. Mason Westberg delivers that one outside. 2 balls and a strike. Cash Osterman's anxious to get up to bat in the on-deck circle, and there's a hit on out there to left field. Dylan Roundy settles underneath it, makes the catch. 1 down here in the second for the Panthers. And Cash Osterman is now the batter. Right-handed hitter, batting 7th in the Panther lineup. That pitch is a little outside. Ball 1 on the batter. And Mason Westberg delivers in a strike, which Cash fouls back. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. The Eagle infield is set at medium depth also for this play. And that inside pitch is hit over to third. Will Jumbeck settles underneath it, makes the catch. 2 down here in the Panther lineup. First 2 batters make quick outs, and Corbin Lee comes to bat. Corbin Lee is the only freshman in the Panther lineup. Sporting a little bit of blonde hair today, it looks like. A little bit of a change for him. And breaking pitch stays inside, ball 1. The number 9 hitter, catcher Jamison Krieger, waiting on deck to bat. That pitch is a bit low. Ball 2 on the batter. Mason Westberg doing a pretty good job here on the mound the first couple innings. Ooh! Until now, that inside pitch catches Corbin in the shoulder. Corbin's hit by a pitch. Rubbing that shoulder as he goes down to first. Looks okay over there on the first base bag, though. And the number 9 hitter, another blondie for the night, Jamison Krieger. Panthers have 2 outs. Corbin Lee's got a nice lead at first, and that pitch is outside. Ball 1 on Jamison. The leadoff hitter, Logan Zickert's waiting anxiously to try to get to bat this inning. Nice play on over there by the pitcher. Quick throw to Max Carruthers at first, and Corbin Lee has to dive back in. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter. Pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Panthers are very patient at the plate today. Making Mason Westberg throw strikes before they swing. Corbin's got a big lead. That one's fouled back on the outside corner. Jamison looks down at the sign from Justin Rayburn at third. Corbin's taking a big lead at first. 2 outs for the Panthers. And that ball bounces away from the catcher. Corbin Lee quickly takes off and gets to second base. So with 2 down here in the second, the Panthers have a runner in scoring position. Count on Jamison Krieger's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's popped out in front of the catcher's mound. Catcher touches it, and he cannot get a play. That is going to go down as a base hit for Jamison. Corbin hustles over to third. So the Panthers have something going here with 2 down. They have runners on the corners, and Logan Zickert's up to bat. Logan last time flied out to left field, making the first out for the Panthers in the first inning. First pitch is outside, ball one. Lee Garrell's down there, first base coach, giving instructions to Jamison. It'll be interesting to see if he goes. And there's a solid single by Logan Zickert. Base hit, drives in the first run of the game for the Panthers. Great time for a hit for Logan. That solid single up the middle scores. Corbin Lee from third. Jamison Krieger moves to second. Dawson Luther's up to bat. Dawson had a base hit his last time up. Kind of a Texas leaguer to left field. Stole a base. And that first pitch, breaking pitch, a little high, ball one. Two experienced runners on the base for the Panthers. And Dawson fouls that one back off the concession stand. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Umpire comes on over, whisper a few instructions to the pitcher. Mason Westberg gets ready to throw the ball in with 1 ball and no strikes on Dawson. Pitch is low, 2 balls, no strikes. Runners are at second and third, and there's a sharp hit on over to second baseman. Blake Carlson makes a quick play on that, throws it to Max Carruthers, retires Dawson, and ends the Panther rally. Pittsville did score a run, and after 2 innings of play, Panthers 1, Eagles 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Hey, C&D Body Repair and Sales is your complete auto body repair shop. They provide free estimates and guarantee complete satisfaction. They'll work with your insurance company and mine to make it easy for you, and they do window glass installation as well. Contact Chad and Dan at C&D Auto today on County Trunk E in Arpin. Healing Hands Chiropractic of Pittsville wants you to feel better by offering chiropractic care, massage therapy, lower level laser therapy, and spinal decompression. Contact Dr. Mandy and her staff today for an appointment. Healing Hands Chiropractic supports the local Pittsville community. Let's go Panthers! Here in the third, for Pepin, Alma, Anders Johansson, the center fielder, is going to be leading it off. Going to be followed by the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Dylan Roundy. And that batting third will be the leadoff hitter, Reedon Boxell. The first pitch by Friday is in there for a strike to Anders. And the next pitch by Ben is a little inside, levels the count at 1 ball, 1 strike to Reedon. Ben throws that pitch, catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Third inning for Pepin, Alma. And that pitch, change of pace, a little low and outside. Change-up's not quite in there where Ben would like it today, and the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. That ball's hit out of play down the left field line. Backing out. One of the people sitting there on a blanket took a swing at trying to catch it, but missed. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. That one's fouled right back behind us, just a little to my right. If my arm was 3 times longer, I would have had a chance at it. Producer made a feeble effort to try. And that one's hit out to right field. Racing Schooley comes on in a few steps, reaches up and pulls that one down for the first out here in the first inning. With 1 out, Dylan Roundy's the batter. Roundy's out there in left field today for the Eagles. And that first pitch by Ben Friday's in there for a strike. Throws it past the batter. Took a swing and a miss at it. No balls and a strike on the batter. Little change of pace there. Breaking pitch outside makes it 1 ball and a strike. Fastball's inside. 2 balls and a strike on Dylan. Panther outfield's playing quite shallow for the number 9 hitter. And there's a hit out to center field. Great try by Logan Zickert to make that play. Shortstop ran a long way to try to get that, but Dylan gets a base hit for the Eagles, puts a runner on. Even as shallow as the outfield was playing, they didn't have a chance at that one. The only one who had a prayer was Logan Zickert, and he just came up short. If it had been 6 foot, he'd have had that. Ben throws the next pitch in to Reedon Boxell for a strike. Reedon, last time up, hit a grounder that the third baseman made a nice play on. Ben throws that one over to Darren Luther to keep the runner close. So Reedon looks down at his coach, gets a sign. And curveball just outside. Tim Ruff, the coach down there at third, giving signs to the runner and the batter. Runner's got a pretty nice lead at first. And Ben makes a close play. Umpire calls him safe. There was a close play. That's probably about as far off as Dylan would dare to go. There's a nice pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice thing in high school, the pitcher can throw over to first as many times as he wants. There's no limit on it like there is in the pros. And he fouls that one back to stay alive. Dylan over at first, if you watch him, he's got all of his weight leaning back towards first base bag. That's not a sign of someone going to try to steal. Ben looks into Jameson Krieger, gets the sign. Another close play at first. Dylan Roundy at first base is getting the lead as far as he can. He knows just how far he can go, and he probably doesn't want to go a half a step further. Pitches outside, gets away from the catcher, and Dylan is going to make it into second base. Ball didn't get very far from the catcher, but Dylan got a really good jump off the bag and made it in there easily without a throw. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Reedon. That one's fouled out behind us. Straight behind us that ball goes. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tim Ruff gives the signs on in there to Reedon Boxell. Count remains 2-2. And high pop-up hit there to shortstop. Logan Zickert camps under it. Makes the catch. 2 down for Pepin Alma here in the 3rd inning. And the number 2 batter, second baseman Blake Carlson's up to bat. Blake grounded out last time, hit a grounder that Logan Zickert made a nice running play on and a quick throw to first. And that one's also hit out to Logan. Logan makes a nice scoop, great play. Good scoop, good throw, good catch, and that's going to retire Pepin Alma here in inning number 3. After 2.5 innings of play, the score is Pittsville 1, Pepin Alma 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Hey, Bucks and Berries Cafe from my hometown in beautiful Babcock, Wisconsin is the place to go for signature pies and homemade food. Check out their daily specials and their Friday fish fry. I'd recommend the shrimp. It is a very cozy, family fun atmosphere at Bucks and Berries Cafe, open 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week on Highway 80 in Babcock. Check them out on Facebook. Martin Motors supports the Panthers and the Pittsville community. They provide complete auto repair. They also fix my ATV and my lawnmower very well. Local transportation from them is available on request. Call Lance or Amber at Martin Motors in Pittsville today to keep your ride, whatever it is, running smoothly. Here we are, bottom of the 3rd. And for the Panthers, Grant Radaman, the 3rd baseman, is going to be leading it off. Grant flied out to center field his last time up to bat. And that first pitch from Mason Westberg is low and a ball. Grant hits that one. It bounces off the shortstop. And Grant beats it out just barely at first. Going to go down as an infield base hit for Grant Radaman. Makes him 1 for 2 on the day, and it puts the leadoff hitter for the Panthers on base. Nobody down, and Ben Friday, the number 4 hitter, the pitcher in today's game, is up to bat. That first pitch is high and outside. Ball 1 on Ben. Darren Luther waiting on deck. Ben's last time up to bat, he drew a walk. Got stranded at first. Fouls that one back. Levels out the count at a ball and a strike. Darren Luther quickly jumps out and retrieves that one and tosses it back to Westberg. Grant Radaman at first, taking a very short lead there. That pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike on Ben. Ben looks down at Justin Rayburn, gets the sign and steps in. Pitch is outside. 3 balls and a strike. Mason Westberg doesn't want to issue a walk here. He doesn't want runners on first and second with no outs. Ben hits that one foul down the line. Going to make it a full count on the batter. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ball's retrieved out there in right field by Eli Krause, who throws it on in. As I said, Grant Radaman's not taking a very big lead at first. That one is high. Ben Friday draws the walk. Big walk for the Panthers here in the third. They now have runners on first and second. Going to be a little meeting at the mound here as the Eagles try to decide what to do with Darren Luther up to bat. Hey, Ben's Whistling at Century 21 Gold Key Realty is your local hometown realtor, serving the greater Pittsville area. Contact Ben today, whether buying or selling, for free consultation. Ben's Whistling and Century 21 Gold Key Realty say Go Panthers. Just a reminder that Lake Dexter Drive-In in beautiful Dexterville is now open. They are a favorite summertime stop of mine. After a ball game or on your way to your favorite fishing hole, stop in for a bite to eat. Burgers, brats, fish fries, and more, plus all your favorite treats. It's also home of the Dexter Double. Now open, Lake Dexter Drive-In on Highway 80. Stop in today. Darren Luther steps in. Darren popped out to the shortstop in the first. And he was looking to sacrifice there. Pitch was outside. Ball 1 on Darren. Justin Rayburn gives the sign to the runners and to Darren. Pittsville might have a sacrifice on again. That pitch is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see if this changes the strategy for Justin over there at third. After the first 2 attempts to sacrifice. Oh, that sacrifice is a wild throw. Grant Radaman comes in from third. And Ben Friday is going to come all the way around to score. Darren Luther on that sacrifice bunt. It was bobbled by Mason Westberg. Slight bobble. He panicked a little bit, threw wildly to first, and by the time it's over, 2 runs have scored for the Panthers, and Darren Luther is sitting on second base. So the Eagles decide time for a little bit more of strategy, and looks like they're going to be changing pitchers possibly. Tim Ruff on out there. So we'll jump back. The third baseman came on in and got a change of gloves. It's possible maybe he's going to be moving over to first in this big shakeup of things for the Eagles. And it looks like the catcher, Jake Komisar, is going to be trying to throw a few pitches here. As I said, Jake started the game as catcher, but it looks like he'll be going to pitcher now. And Max Carruthers, the first baseman, will now be catching. So it's quite a change around here for the Eagles. Jake goes to pitcher. Max goes to catcher. Will goes from third over to first, it appears. So a big jumble, big move around here for the Pepin Alma Eagles here in the bottom of the third. Hey, for expertise, honesty, and stellar service, look no farther than Heritage Auto Body. Their team of professionals uses the latest technology to ensure that your vehicle comes back to you looking like new. They provide free estimates and work with your insurance company to make it easy for you. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive on Marshfield's South Side. And Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. So, Pepin Alma goes through a series of changes. A lot of players moving to a lot of different spots. The biggest change, of course, is Jake Komisar, the catcher, now becomes the pitcher. And that first pitch to Brody Withers catches the outside corner. Strike one on the Panther left fielder. Brody flied out to left field his first time up. That pitch is outside, ball one. Ball one, strike one on the right-handed batter. Cash Osterman waits on deck. That one's hit to the pitcher. Looks the runner back and makes a nice throw on over. So Jake Komisar makes a nice throw on over to Will Jumback and retires the Panther batter. One out for Pittsville here in the third. Cash Osterman's up. That pitch is in there by Jake. Strike one to Cash. Jake Komisar has a good fastball. Seems to be pretty accurate. That one's hit back to him. He makes a nice play. Tags out Darren Luther trying to go to third. Good play by the pitcher. That's going to be scored 1-5. 2 outs. Cash reaches on a fielder's choice, and Corbin Lee becomes the batter. Corbin, last time up, was hit by a pitch in the upper shoulder. Came all the way around to score the first run of the game for Pittsville. And the first pitch is in there, a little high, ball one. So Cash Osterman on base replaces Darren Luther. Cash has a fair amount of speed sitting there at first. And that one's hit out to the shortstop. Makes a nice catch, retires the side. Pittsville here in the third scores 2 runs on only 1 base hit. And after 3 innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 3. The Pepin Alma Eagles 0. Just a reminder, you're watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes, no appointment necessary. See you soon.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Okay, we're going into the fourth inning for the Pepin Alma Eagles. Leading it off will be the pitcher of now, Jake Komazar. Mason Westberg's batting second, and Will Jumbeck, the first baseman now, is batting third. Panthers look like they're still running the same outfit that they were last inning. And that pitch is fouled back. Strike one on Jake Komazar. Came on in relief of Mason Westberg and did a very good job of getting out of that inning. That one's hit to the third baseman. Grant Ratterman makes a nice throw over to Darren Luther. One down. A 5-3 on that play if you're scoring at home. One out for Pepin Alma here in the fourth, and Mason Westberg is now the batter. Mason struck out his last time up to bat, giving Ben Friday his only strikeout of the game. And first pitch is fouled back, strike one. Mason was the starting pitcher. I think he's playing third right now. There's a curveball in there for a strike. Ben finally got one to cross the plate. Puts Mason Westberg in a big hole. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the fourth. And that one is hit right field, and it lands in play, but it is a foul ball, and Rayson Schooley could not quite catch up to it. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on the Pepin Alma batter. Pittsville's hanging on to a 3-0 lead here in inning number 4. That one's hit back to Ben. He knocks it down, makes a nice, easy throw over to Darren. Good defense by the Panther pitcher. 2 down for the Eagles. And the first baseman, current first baseman now, Will Jumbeck is the batter. Last time up, Will grounded out to the pitcher. Made a nice play on him. Will had done sort of a check swing. It was a slow roller down the third baseline that Ben Friday had to come a long ways to get. Quickly picked it up and threw a strike to first, just a bullet. And that one's hit back to him again. This time Ben makes a nice, easy play. Good throw. And top half of the fourth inning for Pepin Alma. They failed to score. After 3.5 innings, Pittsville 3, Pepin Alma 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
And here we go into the bottom of inning number 4 for the Panthers. The number 9 hitter, Jamison Krieger, the catcher, will be leading it off. Then it's up to the top of the order with Logan Zickert and Dawson Luther. Jamison, last time up to bat, hit a slow grounder that the pitcher could not quite handle. Jamison beat it out for a base hit. That was in the second inning when Jamison got all the way to third before he got stranded there. So here in the fourth, he's leading it off for Pittsville. Beautiful day for baseball, 72 degrees. That first pitch is inside and high, ball 1. Next pitch by Jake Komisar catches the outside corner, levels out the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jameson fouls that pitch back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Jake Komisar doesn't have a whole lot of variety of pitches. He just rears back and fires it. A lot of speed on that fastball. That one just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Panther batter. Logan Zickert waiting anxiously to bat. That one a little outside, but Jamison swings and misses. 1 out for the Panthers here in the fourth. And Logan Zickert, the shortstop's up to bat. Last time up, Logan had a base hit up the middle. Drove in the first Panther run with an RBI. Got stranded at second in the inning. And that first pitch is outside. Ball 1 on Logan. Dawson Luther waiting to bat next. And that one's fouled off the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. As I said, Jake Komisar, good fastball. Doesn't seem to have a lot of variety of pitches, though. He just rears back and lets it fly. Ooh, that one flew a little bit inside. Logan gets hit by a pitch. Not what he was looking forward to. Puts the Panther runner on first base with 1 down, and it's going to bring up Dawson Luther. Dawson on the day is 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the first and a stolen base. Grounded out to second. In the second. And Jake Komisar is trying to keep Zickert close at first because Logan will run. First chance he gets. Whoa, high pitch. Logan is going to go to second. He's going to round second. He's going for third. He is going to get there. That overthrow, trying to pick him off by Jake Komisar, results in 2 bases by Logan Zickert. The ball went over to first baseman Will Jumbeck's head, bounced off the fence, and by the time he could get to it, Logan had rounded, went 180 feet. And that pitch is out there for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter. Panthers have a big run sitting there at third. That one's fouled back. Hanging on to a 3-0 lead here in the fourth with only 1 out. Logan would love to cross that home plate. That pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike on Dawson. Grant Radaman waiting to bat on deck. That one's fouled back. Makes it a full count on the batter. Pepin and Alma, like I said, they won last week 14-1. Not much of a game for them. It was kind of an easy coast. This is much more of a ball game for them. That one's inside and low. Now it's a full count on the batter. And that pitch is also inside. Dawson's going to draw a walk. Going to put runners on first and third for Pittsville. And the third baseman, Grant Radaman's up to bat. In the first inning, Grant flew out to center. In the third, he had a big base hit to start a 2-run rally for the Panthers in that inning. And Luther is going, and there is no way they're getting him. Dawson had such a jump that time. There was no chance to get him. For Dawson, that's his second stolen base of the game. He won't be stealing third, though, with Logan over there. Grant fouls that one back. Out of play. Up against the hill over behind the first base dugout. A future ball player comes up with it, and he's going to throw it back in. No balls, 2 strikes on the Panther batter. That one's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pittsville could use a base hit here. Get him a couple of insurance runs here in the fourth. And that is in there for a strike on Grant. Nice pitch by Jake Komisar. Catches Grant Radaman flat-footed. Second strikeout of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Pittsville. 2 down, and Ben Friday's the batter. First pitch is high for a ball. Ben, the 2 times he's been up, he's drawn 2 walks. So officially 0 for 0, but he's been on base twice and scored a run today. There's one hit out to the shortstop. Regan Boxell makes a nice scoop. Good throw over to Will Jumback, and that retires Pittsville here in the fourth. Pittsville had a little bit of a threat going, but they failed to score. And after 4 innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 3. The Peppa Alma Eagles 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Hey, when buying or selling, Brock and Decker Real Estate is the team that you need by your side. Brock and Decker have all the tools you need to feel confident whether you are selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today or visit them on North Central Avenue. Visit them also at brockanddecker.com and on Facebook. Here in inning number 5 for Peppa Alma, Max Carruthers, the catcher, will be leading it off, followed by designated hitter Garrett Krause, and then the center fielder Anders Johansson. That first pitch by Friday, in there for a strike. Max swings and misses. Carruthers on the day is 1 for 1 at the plate, had a base hit in the second. And this one's hit. Ben Friday comes up with it. Fires a strike. Nice throw by Friday. Catches the batter, Max Carruthers, by half a step. Good stretch over there by Darren Luther, and 1 out for Peppa Alma here in the 5th. Going to bring up the center fielder, Anders Johansson, with 1 out. That one's hit. Shortstop makes a scoop. Nice play from his knees by Logan Zickert. Ben Friday was just over his head. He tried to scoop it. He couldn't reach it. And Logan had to kind of switch back. It was a little bit closer to the pitcher than he thought. He reached back to grab it down to his knees and came up firing a strike. 2 outs for the Eagles here in the 5th. And Dylan Rounday, the left fielder, is batting. Dylan had a base hit in the 3rd inning. Nice pitch by Ben Friday. Quickly has Dylan in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes on the right-handed left fielder. Friday gets the sign. Dylan fouls that one off out of play over first base fence. Stays alive, no balls and 2 strikes. Out in right field, Rayson Schooley's playing quite shallow. And swing and a miss. Good inning for Ben Friday here in the 5th. The Eagles, 1, 2, 3. And after 5 complete innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 3, Pepin Alma Eagles 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Hey, Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Here we are in the bottom of inning number 5 for the Panthers, and Darren Luther will be leading it off. Darren on the day is 0 for 1. Last time up, he sacrificed. That pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. He sacrificed back to the pitcher who threw it wildly to first, and Darren ended up at second base. Got stranded there. And that one's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Also, Darren in the first inning flied out a high pop out to the shortstop. So 0 for 1 on the day. And that pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike. Jake Komisar still on the mound for the Eagles. And that one's hit to first base. Will Jumbeck picks that up, steps on the bag. 1 down for the Panthers here in the 5th. That goes down as 3 unassisted if you're scoring at home. And brings up the number 6 hitter in the Panther lineup, left fielder Brody Withers. Brody on the day is 0 for 2. One down for Pittsville. First pitch is outside. Ball one on the batter. Brody, first time up, flied out to left field. Came up again in the third inning and bounced out to the pitcher. And he is hit on an inside pitch. Brody gets hit by a pitch on the inside. Catches him on the shoulder and gets him at first base. Looks like he's fine. Jake Commissar still on the mound, still throwing the fastballs for Pepin Alma. And now up to bat for the Panthers, Cash Osterman. That pitch is way inside. Cash ducks out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes on the Panther second baseman. On the day, Cash is 0 for 2. Flied out to short his first time up in the second. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. And Jake Commissar takes a little bit off on that pitch. Swing and a miss by Cash. Levels out the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Try over there at first to get Brody Withers, but he hustles back. Brody's taking a pretty nice lead over there at first base. Pitch throws over again. Brody quickly hustles back. Every time they try to get him, his next leadoff's about another foot farther. Pitcher looks over, but he's going to come home. That one's inside. 2 balls and a strike on the batter. Corbin Lee, designated hitters, waiting on deck to bat. A little outside, but Cash thought he could reach that. Swings and misses. Levels out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down here in the 5th. Cash fouls that one back. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brody over at first. He does have a few steals on the season. Got pretty good speed. And he's taking a big lead. Cash fouls that one back. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here we are, already bottom of the 5th, and Pittsville is holding on to a narrow 3-0 lead over the Pepin Alma Eagles. Pitcher throws over again. And Brody's easily back. Brody does have the attention of the Pepin pitcher, that's for sure. That pitch is outside. Makes it a full count on the batter. Cash Osterman's worked it full after starting out in the hole. Looks down for a sign. Full count. If it's in there, he'll be swinging, obviously. There goes the runner. That one's fouled back. Ball bounced behind us. Brody had that one stole easily, but Cash had to swing. There was no option there with a full count on him. See if Brody gets a good jump again. Pitcher looks on over and keeps him close, trying to keep him as close as he can. Pepin Alma would like a strike him out, throw him out double play here. Inning number 5. There goes the runner. Fouled back again. Big hustle on over there in right field. Kids running to get the ball. Jake Commissar is coming in with a lot of nice pitches. He's throwing those across the plate. Brody Withers is going to need to wash that uniform. not the cleanest uniform after the job he's been doing at first. Lots of diving back in again. Only one out here in the fifth for the Panthers. Brody's getting him to throw over a lot. They'd like to keep him as close as they could in the case they could get Cash to hit into a double play. There goes the runner. Fouled back behind us. At least Brody's getting a good workout over there at first base. Lots of 90-foot sprints. Oh, nice try over there to pick him off. Jake Komisar tried to catch him sleeping, but Brody was waiting for that one. He was only a couple steps off the bag. As I say, Brody definitely has the attention of the pitcher. Jake Komisar really knows he's over there at first. And there goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Brody successfully steals second, but it is a strikeout on Cash Osterman. So with 2 outs for the Panthers, Corbin leads the batter. Pittsville does have a big run sitting there at second base. 2 outs. Corbin, first time up, he got hit by a pitch and scored the Panthers' first run of the game. That first pitch is high, ball 1. Corbin's next time up to bat in the third, he flew out to the shortstop. On the day, 0 for 1 with 1 run scored. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Levels the count out at 1 ball, 1 strike on Corbin. 2 down for the Panthers here in the fifth. Jameson Krieger's hoping to get a chance to bat. Corbin looked down for the sign. He's ready for the pitch now. And swings a little late on that one. Little behind it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Like I said, Jake Komisar can really stand there and fire it in. Ooh. That one catches Corbin again. Caught him in the back shoulder blade. That one hurts. Second time this game Corbin's been hit. That one had a lot more juice on it. You can see Corbin over there at first. It hurt. Caught him right in the back shoulder blade. Puts Panther runners, though, on first and second and brings Jameson Krieger up to bat. Jameson on the day is 1 for 2. Had a base hit, infield single his first time up. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Struck out Jameson's second time out. One ball, no strikes on the batter. And that one's in there. Ball 1, strike 1 on Jameson. Logan Zickert waiting anxiously to hope to get a chance to bat. That one's hit on over by the shortstop. Oh, close play, but nice play made by Reed and Boxell as he throws it underhand to Blake Carlson. They just barely get Corbin Lee out. And after 5 innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 3, Pepin, Alma Eagles 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in Central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Hey, Express Employment Professionals have relationships with all local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. And here we are in inning number 6 in a very close game between the number 9 seed, the Pepin Alma Eagles, and the number 1 seed, the Pittsville Panthers. Here in inning number 6 for Pepin Alma, the leadoff hitter, Reedon Boxell, going to be batting first. My fault. Number 4, the number 9 hitter, Dylan Roundy's up to bat. I was one batter off from the last inning, and it's the number 9 hitter batting. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Dylan on the day is 1 for 1. But this time he's in a 0-2 hole. No balls. 2 strikes on the number 9 hitter. That pitch is just a bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Ben Friday's pitching a very good game for the Panthers here. Off-speed pitch, catches Dylan, strikes him out. 1 down here in the 6th for Pepin Alma. And now the leadoff hitter, Reedon Boxell's up to bat. 1 out. And the shortstop, Reedon Boxell, batting 0 for 2 on the day. Nice breaking pitch delivered in there by Friday. No balls and a strike on the batter. Reedon on the day, grounded out to third his first time up, popped out to short his second time batting, 0 for 2 on the day. And Ben Friday delivers in another strike. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Ben is really pitching a good game for Pittsville here. They just can't get their bats going. That one's just a little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kind of a purpose pitch there by Friday. He gets him to swing. It's an out. If he doesn't, that's okay. It's just a ball. Reedon gets a base hit. Pops that one over to third baseman's head. First hit for him in the game. He's 1 for 3 now. And Blake Carlson, the second baseman, is now batting. The number 2 hitter in the Pepin Alma lineup. Twice today he's grounded out to the shortstop. First pitch is outside. Ben's paying a lot of attention to the base runner, trying to keep him close. With 2 groundouts to short today, a third groundout right now would be probably a pretty easy double play by the Panthers. That one's outside. 2 balls, no strikes on the batter. Jake Komisar, the pitcher's waiting on deck. Reedon Boxell's not taking a very big lead out there at all for Pepin. And that one's in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike on the batter. Very short lead for Reedon over at first. Ben throws on over there to him. Nice play made by Daryl Luther. Darren made a nice grab of it, tried to put the tag on, but Reed Boxell just wasn't far enough off. Off-speed pitch, fouled back behind us. Going to land about 10 feet away. Levels out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Kid's running to get that ball. And nice breaking pitch, gets the strikeout. 2 down here in the inning for the Eagles, and it brings up Jake Komazar, the pitcher. Jake is 0 for 2 on the day. Popped out to second his first time up, grounded to third in the 4th inning. Ben Friday's keeping the runner close. The Eagles have 2 outs here in inning number 6. Pitch is just outside. Ben really wanted a strike on that one. Jake Komazar, since he came into pitches, really shut the Panthers down. And that one's hit over to shortstop. Logan Zickert wants to throw it to first. Rifles that one over there to retire the side. Here in inning number 6 for Pepin Alma, they failed to score, and after 5.5 innings of play, Pittsville 3, Pepin Alma 0. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville Panther Sports on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Hey, here we go into inning number 6 for the Panthers. The Pepin Alma pitchers have been doing a good job on the Panther batters. Here in the 6th, Logan Zickert, the leadoff hitter, is coming up to bat. On the day, Logan is 1 for 2. He flew out to left field his first time up, had an RBI and a base hit in the 2nd inning, and in the 4th, he was hit by a pitch. Made it as far as 3rd before he got stranded there. So for Pittsville, they're getting on base. They're just not finding home plate. So Logan's up, the leadoff hitter, followed by Dawson Luther, the number 2 hitter, and then Grant Radaman. Here we are in the 6th inning in a very close ball game, much closer than many thought it would be. First pitch is outside to Logan. 1 ball, no strike on the Panther batter. That pitch is inside. Last time up, Logan was hit by a pitch, so quickly backs away from that one. Makes it 2 balls, no strikes on the batter. They all play Logan pretty deep in the outfield. That one's hit foul over the left field side, out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Logan's trying to go to opposite field on that one. Jake Komazar studies the catcher. And Logan waited for as long as he could. Finally couldn't wait any longer, called timeout and stepped back. So steps in again. Here we go. That one is hit to the gap, left center. That's going to roll all the way to the fence. Logan Zickert's rounding second. He's going to be going for third. It's going to be a close play at third. Wow, close play. He is under the tag. Triple for Logan Zickert to start off the sixth. Very close play as the shortstop made a great throw on over to Mason Westberg at third, and Zickert was just under the tag. He had third in mind all the way on that hit as the ball was in the gap between left and center. Dawson Luther with a big RBI sitting over there at third, and nobody out for the Panthers here in the sixth. That first pitch is in there for a strike. Caught the inside corner on Dawson. Dawson for the day is 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the first. And that one is hit to center, deep out to center. Center fielder races back. Got a glove on it, but drops it. Logan comes in from third. Dawson never slowed down. Going to go as an error on the center fielder as he was able to get a glove on it. But Dawson running all the way gets to second base. So the Panthers get a big insurance run here in the sixth. And they have another big run sitting there at second base. Grant Radiman's up to bat. Grant fouls that one out behind us. It's coming close to me and just short of me. Grant on the day is 1 for 3. First inning, he flew out to center, had a base hit, scored a run leading off the third, and then struck out in the fourth. 1 for 3. And that fouls back, puts Grant in a no-ball, 2-strike hole here in the sixth. Pittsville already has 1 run scored in the inning, and Grant's in a no-ball, 2-strike hole. That pitch catches the corner. Grant was caught flat-footed. 1 down here in the sixth. And Ben Friday's walking up to plate. Ben on the day is 0 for 1. Grounded out to short his last time up. Ben hits that one, a shot on over to second. Blake Carlson makes a nice play to Will Jumbeck, gets the out. 2 down here in the sixth. Dawson Luther moves over to third. Going to need his cousin to come up with a big 2-out hit here to score him. Darren on the day is 1 for 2, or 0 for 2, excuse me. Flew out to short in the first. That one's hit out to center. Anders Johansson settles under it, makes the catch. Retires the Panthers. Pittsville had a big rally going, but they only scored 1 run on 1 hit. And after 6 complete innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 4, Pepin, Alma Eagles 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey, here we go into inning number 7. The Panthers are holding on to a 4-0 lead over the Pepin Alma Eagles. Pepin's going to need a little bit of a rally here, and starting it off for them is the number 4 hitter in their lineup, Mason Westberg. Westberg on the day is 0 for 2, struck out in the second inning, bounced out to Ben Friday, who was on the mound in the 4th. Following Westberg is going to be Will Jumbeck and then Max Carruthers. That first hit, Racing Schooley, nice running play. Good grab by Racing as he cuts way over into center field, gets the first out. Nice catch. Brings up Will Jumbeck, the first baseman. Will on the day is 0 for 2. Twice he is grounded out to the pitcher, and this time it's to the shortstop. Logan Zickert makes a nice scoop. Great play. Quickly the Panthers have 2 outs in the inning as Ben Friday has pitched a very good game today. The Eagles only have 3 hits on the day. And Max Carruthers, the catcher, is batting. That first pitch catches the corner, strike 1. Panther defense is pretty well set to try to get this final out of the game. Curveball swung, fouled back. Quickly puts Max in a hole, no balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Looks down to the first base coach. Tim Ruff gives him the signals, steps in. That one's inside. Inside and high, ball 1. Jameson Krieger at catcher does a nice job of handling those inside-outside pitches. That one's hit, second base. It's through for a base hit. He's going to stay there at first. So Max Carruthers comes up with the 4th hit on the day for the Pepin Alma Eagles. Keeps them alive. Pinch hitter up to bat. Number 39, the right fielder, Eli Krause, will be batting. Eli has played right field all day. He's been DH'd for by his twin brother, Garrett. Eli's first time up to bat. Eli told me he's the fast one of the 2. And he fouls that one back over first base and out of play. No balls and a strike on the right fielder. Pepin Alma down to their last out here in the 7th inning. Popped out to Grant Ratterman, standing there at third. Makes the catch, retires the side. That's going to retire the side. It's going to end the ball game. Tomorrow night's game for the regional championship, the Pittsville Panthers will be playing the Marshfield Columbus Dons here at Pittsville. Final score of today's game, Pittsville Panthers 4, Pepin Alma Eagles 0. You are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, We ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Today's Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, where fresh cheese curds are made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. Today we're talking with Ben Friday, the winning pitcher who went the whole distance today, and shortstop Logan Zickert. Ben, what were some of the keys to today's win?
I think that our team did a good job of putting the ball in play and putting it on them. And I also think we had 0 errors. It's a nice, clean ball game we had. Great defense.
That was great defense, yeah. Great defense. Was it what you expected out of them?
Yeah, we came into this game knowing that they could put the ball in play, and we just had better defense.
Okay. Logan, coming up next, Marshfield Columbus tomorrow night. What do you know about the Dons?
They're a good ball club. Anybody is when you get to this point in playoffs. They can hit the ball, but I'm going to be on the mound tomorrow. I'm going to do what I can to shut them down. Our bats are going to lock in at the plate, and we're going to see what we can do. Try to bring home a regional championship.
Okay, regional championship tomorrow here. Hey, guys, you want to sign this one off? Let me give you the signal.
I'm Logan Zickert.
And I'm Ben Friday.
And we're in the house.